What's up, guys? I'm back with another video for you today. If you're new here, I'm Johnny Fandom. I talk about all things fandom, such as Harry Potter, Disney, Star Wars, One Piece, Dragon Ball, or other stuff. So make sure you hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, and let's get into today's video. Oh, fuck. So make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and let's get into today's video. Today we're going to talk about One Piece and how wrong I was, but also maybe right. In the latest chapter, which officially releases today, well, filming this at least, we see the leader of the Holy Knights. And in my last video about the Holy Knights, I actually discussed the possibility that Shanks was a Holy Knight, but there's a few details that I may have missed. But we're going to get to that in a moment. Let's jump right into it and talk about the Holy Knights again. So in the latest chapter, we see the leader of the Holy Knights, and his name is Figurland Garling. Now we know because of film Red, the Figurland is Shanks' family. So his name is Shanks Figurland. And we know this because of the film Red and everything else. So this guy who is the leader of the Figurland family and the Holy Knights could potentially be Shanks' dad. And it is mentioned in this chapter that Figurland Garling was the ruler of God Valley. So before the whole incident on God Valley happened and God Valley was erased from history, he was the ruler there. But that doesn't quite make sense. If he was the ruler of God Valley, and 800 years ago all the royal families went to marry Jawa and had other families rule them, does that make Figurland one of the original royal families? Does that make Shanks a celestial dragon? It doesn't. Because we know the Don Quixote family used to rule over Dressrosa 800 years ago, but when they came to form the world government and became celestial dragons, the Riku family took over. So there was another family in charge of God Valley 800 years ago, and then the Figurland family took over when the world government. So the Figurland family is not one of the original families. So Shanks is not a celestial dragon. But the Figurland family, after the incident in God Valley with Roxy's back and Garp fighting alongside Roger, something happened. We don't know exactly what, but something happened after that fight. Figurland Garling left a chest behind with Shanks in it. Roger found Shanks and brought him up. So Shanks' family, after the whole incident of God Valley was erased, they had to be moved to marry Jawa and become a royal family, become celestial dragons in a way, and then they formed the Holy Knights. So the entire Figurland family is the Holy Knights. I'm going to put it that. The entire Figurland family is the Holy Knights. You have the father, Garling, and I guarantee you're going to get the other ones at some point, and they're all going to be Figurlands. So the thing I was wrong about Shanks being a Holy Knight was we saw Shanks talking to Gorosei. Where did we? We saw a guy that looked exactly like Shanks talking to Gorosei, but we never saw this side of the face. It was always covered where his scars are. Oda could have done that on purpose to play a red herring so we wouldn't suspect that it was Shanks and think it was, so we would think it was Shanks instead of somebody else. It could be Shanks' brother who looks exactly like him. It could be a twin brother of Shanks. And he is also a member of the Figureland family and also a member of the Holy Knights. Or it could be just Oda playing a trick on us, covering that side of the face to make us kind of speculate, is it Shanks, is it not Shanks, is it Shanks? And it actually could have been Shanks. And Shanks very well much could know about this, since he's older. Either way, the Figureland family is the Holy Knights. I guarantee you're going to see more of them. We might find out about Shanks' brother, who looks exactly like him. I want to find out what happened at God Valley. I have a few thoughts on that as well. But the one interesting thing about Figureland Garling is his beard and hair in the shape of a moon. And a lot of people reference that to being the shape of the moon, like the tattoo they had in Wano for the rebellion. It represents the moon, which could be represented by the letter D. So a lot of people speculate that the letter D represents dawn or the moon or different things like that. However, very interesting hairdo, which means this is not the guy that we saw in the silhouette, because the silhouette with this guy does not match up with the silhouette that we saw last time. Very similar sword style. Oda could have drew the silhouette in a different way just to, tease us. That's what Oda does. Either way, my theory is going to be that the Figureland family is the Holy Knights. Every single member of the Holy Knights is going to be a member of the Figureland family. And now let's talk about the possibility of what happened at God Valley and why Shanks was left behind in a treasure chest. After this sponsor. Today's sponsor, as most of my videos, is brought to you by Rep Sports. Rep Sports is the leading company in dietary supplement products and workout products and energy drinks. Their energy drinks are phenomenal. Their energy drinks are called Raze Energy. They have 0 sugars, 0 dyes, 0 calories. It's full of caffeine, amino acids, and the healthy stuff that you need to get through the rest of your day. And they won Clash of Clans back to back. Clash of Clans is a competition that they run yearly with Monster, Redbull, Rain, Raze, and all those other energy companies you see in the stores. And Raze beat out all those companies. So go to repsports.com. That's REPP sports.com. Grab yourself a case of energy drinks. Grab yourself some pre-workout mix, after-workout mix, hydration powder, hyper sleep, which helps you go to sleep and wake up feeling refreshed. I love these products. I buy them all the time. I definitely recommend them. So make sure you go to repsports.com. That's REPP sports.com. Use coupon code Johnny Huey and save yourself 15% off your order. Again, that's REPP sports.com. Let's get back to today's video. So there's been theories out there going back and forth about God Valley and about Shanks. And one theory I heard was that Shanks was the son of Rox. But he's a figurehead. He's not a Zebek. So if that's the case, if he is the son of Rox, this would make sense. Back at God Valley, this could have been, this guy could have been there. He could be Shanks' father or Shanks' father. I'll get back to that in a second. So whatever happened at God Valley, the reason why Rox was going to God Valley in the first place, we don't entirely know. Maybe he wanted to try to take over God Valley and become the god of God Valley. It's powerful. It has a strong name to it. Maybe that's the only reason he wanted to take over it. To, kind of shove in the little governor's face, say, hey, I control God Valley. I am now God. And then move on with his plans. I don't know. But let's say something happened at God Valley with Rox and the Figureland family. What if Rox slept with a woman from the Figureland family and had Shanks? Shanks then would be a Figureland taking the mother's name, just how Ace took his mother's name as Portgas and not taking Zebek's name, because Zebek and Rox have some very similarities. We assume Rox has like reddish hair, from what, it would look cool with red hair. Either way, what if Rox had some kind of affair with a woman from the Figureland family and she had Shanks? This guy, who was the husband of her or whatever it may be, could have been like, no, this thing is not mine. It's not a Figureland. Get it out of here. And after the God Valley incident, they put it in the chest to try to get rid of it. And then Roger found it. So that theory would suggest that Figureland Garling was ashamed of having that baby as Shanks and tried to get rid of it. If that theory is true, then that baby Shanks would look more like Rox in a way. So the person we saw talking to Gorosei had to be Shanks and not some other brother, because it'd be very unlikely that a woman would have two kids that look exactly the same from two different fathers. Kind of unlikely. But this is anime we're talking about, so who knows? But what if that theory is true and this guy would have been Shanks' father? What if she had a child that looked like Shanks, slept with Rox, had a child that looked like Shanks, and they got rid of the wrong one? They abandoned Shanks, but Shanks was the actual son of Figureland Garling, and they kept the Rox one. What if they swapped them? I'm getting carried away here. Either way, so what I'm trying to say is this theory would suggest that Rox is Shanks' father, possibly because he cheated on Figureland's wife, and Shanks was abandoned at God Valley. Whatever happened at God Valley to create this scenario, we don't know yet. If Rox is not technically Shanks' father, and this guy's actually Shanks' father, why did he abandon him? And if we go to that theory, if Figureland Garling abandoned Shanks in the chest for whatever reason, where Roger found him, was that Shanks talking to Gorosei, or was it his twin brother? If this guy had two kids that looked exactly the same as twins, why did he abandon one of them and not the other? Why did he abandon one at all? Something must have happened at God Valley in order for this to happen. Was he trying to save him? Was he trying to protect him? Was he ashamed of him for some reason? We don't exactly know yet, but we are going to find out, I'm sure, at some point. Unfortunately, we're on a 4-week break right now, so I'm kind of hoping we find out more information soon, especially since we got the identification of Figureland Garling, who I assume is either Shanks' dad or even Shanks' grandfather. That'd be really cool that we're actually seeing like more of Shanks' family and getting on into Shanks' past ever since the film Red. It is really cool to kind of find out more about Shanks and where he came from and more about him, because he didn't grow up around this. He understands this, the social dragon and the royalty past. He understands it because he, sang with Roger and he saw a lot of stuff. But he didn't grow up with it. So he resents it in a way. He is a pirate at heart. And he understands, like, no, like, this is not right. This government needs to come down. Hence why we're going to find the One Piece. Or help Luffy find the One Piece, because I doubt he actually wants to find the One Piece. Like, he knows that it's going to be Luffy. He's just on his way there because he knows he has to go to help. But yeah, so comment down below. Let me know your thoughts on Figure Van Gogh. If you think he's Shanks' father, if you think he's Shanks' grandfather, or do you think Rox is Shanks' father? Let me know your thoughts and theories down below. Make sure to like button, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys next time. Before you go, make sure you check out this video right here and this video down here. And if you want to see more content from me, make sure you hit that join button on YouTube. It would help me out a lot, and you have exclusive content that is just for you. Or you can go check out my Patreon page, where I also have exclusive content out there just for you, as well as a merch store. Go check it out. I'll see you guys next time.